bringing in all these faces, the team has just nonstop been playing together throughout the offseason. Like, you add up the games, like, no team is playing more offseason events to get ready for this tournament.
Yeah, literally, no one else has played as many matches in this league than they did during the offseason. I think it was 17 games online that they've already played together in preparation. And in interviews in the offseason, their coach, Imi, was talking about that it wasn't them just trying to play and trying to win these events. It was just trying to get acquainted to each other, to get used to playing with this new team, because it really is a complete new build. Sure, you keep those two players from last year, but it's a new coach, it's a new IGL. You're rebuilding your system.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, even when you look at what they ended up doing last year, I mean, they were doing a complete rebuild. They were doing new things. So it feels like this team was like constantly changing things up or trying to like make new things happen. And now they need consistency. They need this lineup to really hammer it down throughout the year. Would you agree?
Yeah, and we'll see if the consistency is whether or not they keep picking Deadlock on Icebox, because it is debatable how much real Valorant they were actually playing in the offseason. They're definitely spending a lot of time in server, but hiding a lot, I'm sure, which is actually funny, because if you think back to when Vanity was on Cloud9 previously, like, it was very normal for them to run, you know, some kind of like standard comp or like different comp for the majority of a tournament, and then switch it around and all of a sudden playing their best comps in the late deep stages of a playoff. Yeah, absolutely. And it is so cool to see Vanity back with this team, because it's reuniting a lot of those players from all the way back in 21 with version 1 back then. Vanity is such an accomplished IGL. He's played on Cloud9 with a different Cloud9, and then played Cloud9 in Sao Paulo. That was a different Cloud9. And then he left Cloud9, but now he's on this new Cloud9, and he's back.
Not pictured all the versions of Cloud9.
What's crazy is that this guy won the NA Last Chance qualifier, got first place, but could only get third place in the Ludwig Tarek Invitational.
Yeah,
it just shows you the level of competition in that event.
What a fraud.
What do you mean by that?
To be fair, though, it was a three-year gap. So
a lot of time between the two of those events.
I think there were a few patches since 10 and a few changes.
A thing or two may have switched around since then.
But, I mean, how do we feel, though, for Vanity in this? Do you think, like, things are favoring him? Do you feel like this is a good situation for Vanity to come into here?
I think what you can always count on with Vanity is his teams are really good for, like, the first 4 weeks that they're together. It seems like there's kind of this trend where the various Cloud9s, the V1 before that, they always go on this really good run and then kind of find this point where they falter. And for me, I feel like this season for Vanity is about proving he can build a squad that can last. Because he's always in these projects for a year, for 6 months, even less than that sometimes, trying to make it work. People know he's such a good IGL, but he's yet to find that top placement at an event.
And in his defense, maybe, is like sometimes the roster just disappears after 1 week.
Sometimes
like,
don't work out, you know what I mean? That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
It's another chance to find it, to actually work it out. And he's with some really great talent here. He's reuniting with Coach Imi. They already have a relationship from when they worked together with V1, and picking up some really great talent up from Tier 2 with Oxy, and also bringing in more experienced players from the VCT scene. It's not a super team in the way we saw with NRG, but it is pieces that we have seen be good on rosters before, that if are put together in the right way, I really think this squad can be towards that top level.
Yeah, no, there's talent here. I mean, we've always known that. Also, I do want to just do a quick side tangent. I do feel it's a little mean that I'm here and then Zeppa's like right there, and then he's got all that hair, and it's gorgeous. I mean, look at the light shining down on it.
I really thought you were going like he's telling you to shut up right now.
I am just, I am eternally jealous of you, Zeppa, okay? So anyway, let's go.
About the hair.
Unreal.
Every time I see that boy, I got to talk about it. Sorry, everyone. Let's shift gears over to MIBR, the squad that was made in Brazil. Now, here's the thing. They had, you see, look at that. You like that, right? Insane. I mean, I came up with that one on my own.
That's their name. Yep, MIBR does stand for Made in Brazil.
Then that happened. And then this happened. So now they're making some changes. We don't. Coach Carlau is no longer there. Sorry, not Coach Carlau. My God.
Their coach is still there.
Carlau's still there. I'm blanking.
Carlau's on Fury.
Bazooka's still there. They added a new coach into the fold here. But on top of that, they also, I think, you know, this is a team that last year just floundered.
Alrighty, we're gonna start up here.
They did the funniest thing ever, got EG into the playoffs, and then had kind of a disappointing
In a
It needs
way,
to be
they
different.
won champions.
Hopefully we have no delays.
In a way.
You can be my proxy.
For giving it to EG.
I don't know.
They're just a kingmaker.
think-
Yeah, they're the
They wanna be
kingmakers.
more than that,
I like it.
right?
That's a good brand to have, though. I don't know.
No, but you've
Although
seen
they
them.
did
Then again, I
crown
wouldn't
a
be
villain, I
surprised
don't
if
know. Maybe it's not good.
I don't know if it's a good brand. But here's the thing. This roster
bad.
was a disappointment last year. In the stats we track of teams across last year,
Especially with the players
they were
on
the
the team,
worst
too.
in 71% of them. They were like the bottom of the barrel last year in Americas. But
All I'm
they have a
hearing
rebuild.
is you can go up from
Yeah,
here.
that's the thing. That's literally that. It's only up from here. This is a team who's picking up some talent from tier 2.
Unless they don't.
In before 72%.
Well, you can't go up from.
the worst number.
No, I appreciate it. Avanza, come on, let's go, Mimi. You got this.
New
You got
talent from tier 2. Let's start with the guys they're picking up. Artzin, he's been around the block in the Brazilian scene for quite a while, a name people have looked at. Most recently, in Ascension with Double O Nation. They didn't go on to do a huge amount in that one, but he's a name people have looked at back home in Brazil. You're bringing also new coaching staff in the mix. You're reuniting Fraud and Bazooka. The question is, can they just go up?
We'll have to wait and find out. I want to
so
hype up Artisan just a little bit before we get into the coaches because I just think it's so funny coming in to play like primary duels for the team, but like the agents he was playing during challenge, it was like Sky, Sova, Sage, Jet. Why
it all.
not? He was playing with the Exand from the hit Valorant tournament, VCT champ or Masters Reykjavik.
They did the quintet already or no?
From the 4K,
I remember.
the moment, and
I
that
don't
dude
know.
was on duelist for him, stole it away for him. So now he did the whole grand tour on every agent under the sun, now playing the duel.
Jeez, I mean, very versatile, but, I think it goes without saying, like, you're going to need that and then some, especially for Cloud9 that honestly feels very prepared, right? Given how much they've been putting into the preparation and getting things kind of lined up. What does Mimi Artson do here to impress you, so to speak, going into this one?
I think what's impressed me is what Chrissy brought up already,
Wait,
just
did
in
they
his
start already?
flexibility. He's been able to play so many
Out
agents
too.
at a high level. I think he's a piece you can look towards to be able to fit in to really any role in a team.
Okay, I'm back.
But he's also really
start already?
talented
About to.
individually. I think he had a
That's
lot
what
of
I just
impressive
said.
moments
Yeah,
throughout that Ascension tournament, even though it wasn't super consistent per se. I think his peak, if he's in the right team, can compete with the VCT level here in America.
He is not your average ranked duelist insta-locker.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, this guy plays Valorant, not the duelist role, which I think is actually a huge, huge boon. Knowing the sort of limits of your other initiator utility that's going to be setting you up on the stage when you are locking in the Jet or the Raze, I think that is very, very powerful. Similar thing actually with like a Zeppa on the opposite side that's played the Raze, has played
Yeah.
initiator in the past too.
And I think that fits into the system of the coaches who are now being reunited on this team, right? With Fraud and
They won a world
Bazooka.
championship together.
Last year, what Bazooka talked about so much was kind of valuing players that are flexible, being able to have different ideas and really commit to the idea they have. And I feel like that's where they missed last year. We heard about kind of back and forths internally, maybe Heat sometimes not being on the same page with the team, them never finding that identity, that stride. I think with these new players, they can be molded into the identity the coaching staff want way more than we saw from MIBR last year.
It's a yes and meta with
Yes.
this team now. It's never a no but.
Yes, and that's it. Plain and simple. I totally agree with that. They need to find that identity. They need to find that confidence, and they are going to need to do it relatively quickly because you're going up against a C9 team that I think is feeling quite confident heading into this matchup. But there are a lot of fresh faces that are making their way to the VCT scene. We got a lot of rookies that are making their debut here on the big stage this week. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our other freshmen that we have here because we have so many. Obviously, we talked about Artson, and we also covered, I believe, Havoc as well earlier on. Oxy is there as well, but you got a lot of other new faces on here, Mimi.
And just for context, the way we're counting rookie here,
Yes,
players
we
who
got to
have
get in
not-
front of that one.
who have not played in an international league or an international or a global event thus far.
Yes.
That's why, technically speaking, Superman is his rookie, even though he's been here since the
Because he
beginning of the
played
game.
in challengers, not main stage
Very
VCT.
different.
I'm almost certain I commentated his first game.
Okay, but if I have to pick one player, it's got to be Oxy
That's
to watch
awesome.
out for. He's on this Cloud9 team, and we have been waiting to see this guy at a tier 1 level for a while. He was out there dominating in challengers last year, playing in the offseason against teams like Fnatic, against teams like 100 Thieves, obviously on the same level, guys. I love North America. He was incredible.
That's
Just
crazy.
sounded so.
And honestly, like you see him in the pre-round, right? Like showing the little fist bumps, and then all of a sudden he's floating like a butterfly, he's just stinging like a bee.
I love that.
I knew he'd like that.
Yes,
He's an energetic little guy. He loves.
All right, Heather, who's your pick?
My pick. Well, I saw that both of you were picking NA players, so I decided to pick an EU player.
Yeah.
Coming over here. That's gonna be 100 Thieves EU. Famously from Europe.
The joke, you bum.
That was my joke.
What the heck is going on right now?
Oh man, to be fair, you stole his joke.
That's true.
So he's not from Europe, but what I do remember is this guy being an absolute beast, like literally back in 2022.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I commentated his first game too.
Yeah, you commentated everyone's first.
No, just those two. I just remember that.
No, but like straight up, like the things he was able to do from the initiator role, especially in clutch positions, from like the ace round versus EG back. I'm like going back. I'm like pretending 2023 didn't exist.
You're rewinding all the way back. But if you remember 2023, he's on M80, the best team that we had in Challengers. They were winning everything there, and he was pivotal in that. Such a flexible and talented initiator player. And when he went to Ascension, they couldn't get it done against the guard, but he was continuing to play at that top level. He is one of the initiators that I've been waiting to see get his opportunity in Americas.
And that's the thing, right? Because when partnership started, it felt like there was like less slots all of a sudden for like the up and coming players. Yeah, exactly. So when we see all these players that are getting their first shots as rookies, it's like these are the players that a year ago, 2 years ago, were ready, and they had even more time to prepare for this moment. It means so much to them to now perform on the top stage.
Well, you know, I decided to, you said you already spoiled mine. I went with an NA pick because, you know, I'm NA pilled over here. But here's the thing, I went with a young gun, a guy who's really gonna just light the world on fire. We've never seen him play before. I went with Superman.
Oh, I love
That's
Marvel
right.
movies.
Big fan. Look, full disclosure though, I've been a big fan of this guy for an incredibly long time. I joke, but you know, having had the opportunity to commentate some of his first games and see this guy really,
I thought this thing was
him on the Brimstone
soon.
just taking risks, just doing whatever he
This
wanted,
thing,
and I think that was just
long
fun.
back.
It was fun to watch. It was fun to see him just really find a sea legs, if you will, right? And over the years, just continue to grind it out. And even though he should have been here a while ago, I am so glad that he is here now, and I think he is really going to step up.
Talking to Potter last year during the offseason, ahead of when she built the previous EG, she mentioned to me that a player she wanted to pick up but couldn't was Superman. And she was super sad she couldn't get him on the team.
Superman
Oh
sad.
my god, this part's boring.
So it's going to be really cool to watch him play.
Super sad.
What?
You get it? Because
I'm rating game though.
A super shy
Go on.
is the one. Anyways, no, honestly, I just want to like reiterate that I am very happy to see a lot of prospects, again, like players to get excited about that aren't just in the duelist position. Because I think it's so easy just to be like, haha, jet player, do the funny shooting them thing. But we have so many really talented players on a variety of roles that are now getting their stance to step up.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, no matter what, to see, you know, these rookies, whether they are rookies, whether they're rookies just by, you know, the circumstances of the situation. We'll be keeping tabs on them all throughout the year and just seeing how they perform, because I have a feeling some of these guys are going to light up the scene. In any case, though, aside from the roster changes, we also have a Loud reunion on the other side. We mentioned it very briefly, but we got Fraud that's going to be coming in here, joining Bazooka in the coaching position. These two guys won a world championship together. Bazooka went off to find greener pastures. Loud continued on with Fraud, and even though that did not work out for them last year the way that they would have liked, they did win an America's championship, though. It is really refreshing to see Fraud just really throwing himself out there and trying something new with a new system.
Yeah, I mean, new, but it is also
new players
reuniting. And
it's true.
Absolutely. And I jumped the gun on these guys because I'm just so excited to see them reunited. When they were together in 2022, Loud was one of the squads defining the meta then, and these two were such a huge part of that.
Yeah.
And guess where we are now?
Gosh.
We're in a...
Can they stop talking already?
guys that have already proven head of the curve on that.
I'm missing queuing TDM.
It's like the inverse
Bro,
of the meta,
just the
they're going to
matchups and
trailblaze, right, the
I only
double
want the
smokes,
stars,
right, a lot
man.
of Viper
I'm
stuff
queuing
going
TDM.
around on a variety of maps. Now that we're thinking less double smokes, single smokes, double initiator. They have to reverse engineer what they did, find out another different style, and that I think
Literally
is
taking forever.
they have the read on.
And it is, but also they've done it before. In 2022, when Loud won the championship, they were doing it then. When Fraud was with Loud last year, they were doing it with double smokes. Now these guys are back together again to find the same success. And I feel like you kind of can't not have confidence in these guys to have the right read on.
What would be your reaction if we see double smokes just pop up? Would you be down with it?
I trust.
You trust?
My kings.
Okay, look, if they're playing double smokes, we're getting Yoru, and that's a win. We're getting Gecko, and that's a win.
I just wish people could have seen the desperation in Mimi's face as she said, I trust my kings.
I do. But
Not 72%.
don't bring that up again.
Okay.
The thing
Bro,
is,
they
I think
wait.
this MIBR
They
team
make
this
these
year
things
is
take
a
way
blank
too long.
slate. It's
Yeah.
new players coming into the fold. It is a team who did not achieve much last year.
I mean,
They
earlier
really
against
go up.
in the first
No
match, they
expectations of
it
them.
took
And if there's one thing last year proved,
them
it's
8
that
minutes
I think
to
really America's
re-put
is
all their
right
skins
there.
on. So
All of these teams can play so close to
Wow.
each other.
Yeah.
We just saw it with Energy, with Furia. That match could have gone the other way on map number 1. It happens with all of these squads. It really just takes having that right read, having a player pop off in a game, to be able to push over the line and be the best. EG was the clown, and then they won champions. It can happen for anyone.
Completely fair, and I think that's what makes all this very exciting here. We also do have MCE MCE not returning this year, so Amy stepping in to become, the coach and lead the charge on this one. This is going to be fascinating because again, you got a lot of players on this one, Mimi, that are familiar with how to play with one another, how to build this out, and Amy's just going to try and put these pieces together.
Yeah, Amy's already coached
Just starting?
Oxy, Whippy, and Danny. But what is
Not yet.
interesting is
You wish.
He didn't have a job this
For
year.
real.
When he was having some interviews done with Pedro
I'm
Romero
watching
in
the
off-season,
Celebrity
he was
All-Star game.
mentioning that, hey, I had no idea I was going to be on this team.
Basketball.
I joined when it was mostly already built by Zelsis, who thought he was going to be on this team until he took the gig with Sentinels. So he came in last minute, but
Really?
he's reuniting with players that he's proven to have a rapport
There's
with
nothing
before.
better to do right
It's
now
got a
since this
lot of
stupid
iterations that
people are
time
just
back in
talking.
Season 1. So it's going to be interesting to see those two guys
Whoa,
back together.
stop
And if
talk.
Series 1 was all about duelists fighting each other, this is about coaches, IGLs coming together with a good
Yes.
plan on day
It's
one.
funny though,
This
the
is
basketball
a
court that they're
very
playing on for the
different
celebrity
style
game
of
is
game.
literally
It's
just a
battle of
a
wits
screen.
and a battle of reads
So
coming
they're
into
like
it.
animations.
On my map.
I think this overall is just going to be exciting.
Animations
as
are
hell.
going
We're
on
all
the
down for it
floor
because
that
we
they're
got
like playing the
Cloud9
basketball game
going
on
up
because they do
against
like.
MIBR. So let's go ahead and
Yo,
start
Diamond,
things off
join me
with the
in
match
Valorant,
selection
please.
with our coaches and dive right into the matchup.
Oh, finally, bro! The night it's
playing?
starting.
You're
Oh,
really
here's the-
playing right
Here's the
now?
coin flip, guys. The coin flip's
Why are
happening.
we? Okay.
Coin
flip.
You're
still watching now.
Wait, that ended, I thought.
Oh no, this is the next two teams, and then it's
Oh
over.
my god.
Diamond, please join me, bro.
No.
Yeah, no one wants to. I don't think anyone wants to join.
Wait, why are you in Valorant?
Well, I thought they were playing
So,
Valorant,
Cloud9, that's
so-
going to give you guys.
And then you realize they're not, and then you should be getting off and going on to
Yeah.
a better game.
Cloud9 bans Ascent.
Yeah, like,
MIBR, would
when
you
we're not
respond?
playing Valorant. We're watching it.
MIBR bans Icebox.
You see these nerds, Pigeon?
Yeah.
Pick bind.
Watching
Cloud9 picks
VCT.
Bind.
Oh
MIBR.
my
I
God,
already
thank
watched
you.
a
What are
full
you
VCT
doing?
match, by the way. Already watched
What
the
are you
entire
doing?
2 matches.
What are you doing?
Talk to me.
At least we don't have to see Ascent again.
That's going to be attack
I mean,
for
what are you
MIBR
doing?
on Bind.
Playing
MIBR, you're
games.
going to follow up with a map pick yourself.
What game you playing?
We pick split.
Right now I'm on
It's
Fortnite.
going to be a split pick.
Pick defense.
Better game, baby. Yes,
And that'll be Cloud9 picking defense on split. Cloud9, you get to also have your ban.
So are you getting off of Valorant, or what are you doing?
I'm in a game.
Holy
ban
fuck.
Breeze.
There's just no way you
Cloud9
solo
ban
queue in a
Breeze.
game. Like, you're so weird.
Bro.
And
Wait, why'd you
MIBR, what do
solo
you want
queue?
for your final map?
for the 3.
Yo,
We banned Sunset.
Coach, we
You
got-
know.
Coach,
Banning
Underrated. I
Sunset.
got you. Where you at?
And you're going to leave the
So we
default
got
as
Bind,
Lotus. And
Split, and
Cloud9, that
Lotus,
leaves you
guys.
with the final side
Wow,
pick.
that FPS is crazy.
Attack side.
Cloud9 picks attack.
Easy coaching.
Okay.
All right, and
what's
that's
the
it
gun?
for our map pick and ban.
Green?
Thank you guys.
Punch.
Have a great
That-
match.
Oh shit. Oh,
Oh,
this is bad.
Right Games Arena. It's time
Wait, what
to
are you
kick
doing?
off
Go
our
back.
next
Go
match.
back.
Please introduce
Don't
our
be
first
pussy.
team. It's
Oh,
Cloud.
yeah? You call me a pussy?
Yes, enter for your team, buddy.
Look
Go in. Go. Go. Don't stop. Don't hold shift. Full run. Why are you going sideways? Go straight. Go straight. Wall. Crazy. You're so bad. I can't coach such little talent. What's that? 11-5 in an iron game. Oh, it's over.
Iron is crazy.
I mean, are you watching this gameplay?
Yeah. Maybe my teammates are, not the enemies are.
Oh yeah?
Now, let's bring out their opponents. Make some noise for Made in Brazil!
Yeah.
That shit has so much range.
I mean, no, don't insta, like run up to it.
Why? I can get all of
Because
them.
then you get more range in case they're not hooping.
Oh wait, that made sense.
Yeah, waddling. Yeah, you suck, buddy. It's over.
Yo, how is that my fault?
You suck. Yeah, we're in iron.
I killed it.
And the stage is now set as we get ready.
Oh shoot, the
Cloud9
match
and
is
MIB are going to go toe-to-toe against one
Yeah,
another in a very
exactly.
similar situation to what we saw in our first matchup of the day. An NA and Brazilian team going up against each other. NA team with all the expectations. Brazilian team with an opportunity here, Ender, to upset.
Is King here?
And this time, we even got the good maps. We're starting on 5.
Go
It
see
doesn't
what
get
rank are you
better
in
than that.
Valorant.
If we're going to see a Yoru today, I will agree with you on 5. Honestly, the
Alright,
things
so
I
we got
want to
right now
see,
your
I want
plat.
to see Yoru,
Yeah.
I want to see Gecko, and
Is it
my
plat
little,
one?
like, outside pick
Yeah.
is Kale.
So we got
I'm
a
big
plat
fan of this
1,
pick,
a
especially if
gold
people are
2,
still playing
and a
Viper
silver
and
1.
Cypher on this map. It's
Studying
super good
for
on attack,
VCT,
and
so they can
so
attend the next
limiting to
VCT.
any sort of, like, a
Gold
short
3?
works that a Viper can
Gold
do.
3 now?
I
Okay.
love
For
how they
fun.
played a lot during the offseason.
Might
We
get
still
for
have
fun.
no
I
idea
don't know what
what
you're
they're
even
gonna play.
whining
Yeah,
about.
all of their
You're
games
taking
were
this.
fake.
That was their
Unreal and
different
Fortnite,
agents,
what?
different compositions, and if someone's gonna
Again,
play
I haven't
Yoru,
tried
you're
to rank
getting a
out
little
all of
Wait,
them.
how many
Jeez.
FNCSs have you tried to play?
I've watched this guy play Yoru before. He is so
Wait, what are you saying?
Yo, he
damn
didn't get a
good.
joke, I'm
His
clearly
team
messing
kill usage tends to be on point when combining it with someone else. And also, he's just so individually talented. When he's put in a position with an agent like that with so much agency, he always pops off.
Oh yeah, and we previously did see some on this map.
yo.
It was a lot of times paired
Yeah,
with
we're
something
in
like
copper.
arrays next to it, so you could double dive, just overwhelm sites. That is certainly
That
still
plushie on
possible
both-
to have done. I still wear
There's a
like
plushie
that.
on the side.
Well, the question is, what
Marauders.
agent are you dropping from your comp? Because if you still want to play a
Marauders.
Viper, it's
There's a
very hard to
freaking
have
plush on
Yoru,
the side of his-
Viper,
What
Raze.
rank
Do you have a
is on the
Sentinel?
side of his
Or you just
table.
But yeah, you can just run that.
Yoru.
And we have
Yep.
seen
What rank is
a lot
what?
of comps historically on this map
see
where you're
that.
dropping that Sentinel and investing in the double duelists.
Yoru.
And that's actually what both these
That
teams
Wow.
are
No, I
doing.
saw it. It's just,
Unless
you
they're
know,
sticking
I don't
with
gotta
the
comment
Sky.
on it.
Yeah, so Sky is weird because
I guess it's your
should
average
not be
shooting, so I
B-long
didn't see
flashing
anything
at rounds.
come
If you
to
cut that out, it's fine.
Sky's
You're
honestly
still getting
not bad.
2 flashes in a round.
Are
It's
they-
not that
do they-
bad.
both teams
I
have
would
the
personally
same
love to see some
lineups or
Gecko
no? I
get
wasn't
in
paying
there
attention.
next to the Yoru. But what I will say about especially this Raze Jet comp is this comp does very well on
Yo,
defense.
where's
They have a
ISO
dedicated
at?
offer in the
Yeah,
Jet
that's
slot,
fun.
and it
Bro,
allows them to
ain't
play
nobody
forward
playing
on A
him, I
short and
guarantee it.
anywhere the
Me
Raze
in,
wants
bruh.
to, pretty much all rounds.
bet.
All right, well, let's go ahead and send it over to
Man's
your
got his
casters
teddy
for
bear
this
next to
matchup.
him.
Come on, LA, make some noise as we go ahead and introduce
Oh, this is in LA.
VCT America's stage tag team champions, Vasily and Remington.
Thank you so much, brother GB.
King's
That's
jamming
right.
out.
Finally, we a long wait
His
since
brother's
the
jamming
offseason
out.
to finally see what C9 and MIVR have been refining
Never
through
thought
all
I'd see
these
the day,
matches that
didn't
they
you?
played through the offseason. And now we're
What?
kicking off fine with seeing
You
some
just
Yoru right
grinding
now from C9.
Valorant.
Yeah,
I
this
know
is
you're
They
Valorant's
won
number
and
one
they
obviously coming in
fanboy.
as one of the rookies here, but also a
You
bit
know,
of pressure on the shoulders there to
technically,
show
I'm
up
the
on this
highest
Yoru,
ranked
or is
in
it
this
kind of
call
a
because
mix
I'm
and
unranked.
match? Are they just gonna play
That's
mind
not
games
how
that
that
they
works.
can allow
That's actually
fast
opposite.
to
Wait,
lead?
wait,
Easier
wait,
low.
mute the stream. What'd you say?
Coming in with a bit of that tried and true.
No, my
I see what you did there, you know. That's pretty funny. That's a good job.
And we'll
I
have
like
to
what
have
you said.
Xander was
It's
talking
funny.
about that raise and jet composition being
It got me
very
laughing.
effective at
Last tag
retaking,
would be
being able to
Onyx.
cause a lot of
What was your
chaos,
last
which
rank?
allows you to separate these
Flat
sites.
two.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
right at the end of the
no.
year, the
Diamond was
line was kind
diamond
of
3,
changing where the
diamonds was
site was
diamond.
vertically split instead of
wait.
horizontally. That
Wait,
people were
diamond
giving up
3, you were
the ball,
diamond 3.
allowing the right
Yeah.
side.
Yeah,
of the
this
site
guy
to be
was really
taken.
close
We'll have
too,
to see
and
how
just
these
went
two
on a
You didn't see him
massive
broken
rage
yet at the end of the
streak.
Spikes
season.
could be
Drop
grinding Valorant.
as we are all
No, he was actually
quiet
really
to start
close
things
to
off
it, and
here for
I think he was at
C9
like
versus MIBR.
90 something at one
Major
point,
stack
and then
towards
he
that
went on a
C9
massive
ace.
losing
They're all
streak.
They're
hell no.
looking to maybe play a retake on B if
Yeah,
there's
I
too
was
much
close to
noise.
hitting a Sunder.
it's
Like, I
definitely
got
So
to
why
like,
didn't you at
Fraud's
least hop on
used
a
to if
rank?
he's going to be able to see Yoru on the comp, what
Me?
he can do with this
Yeah.
in this double duelist setup. A slow default to start, but inching now
And then I
forward
stopped
in a 3-2
playing for the
split
whole
towards
month.
this A site. You see first contact.
January.
Looking to get initiated by
Basically.
JZZ. Here's a running bait forward. Right behind the smoke is
Yo,
going to be
why did
Zebba.
you
He
say
brought
run?
first blood right now. And that's
Oh my
two
goodness,
for
They
Zebba.
didn't clear the smoke.
Within the round.
I
As
told you,
Spike gets
MIBR
answered back by
screwed.
Arzine,
They
At least
lost.
onto Oxy. Spike has been dropped. And Cloud9 already has the advantage.
Oh, this guy just,
This is stolen!
dude, that guy should
But
have
at least
aced.
Cloud9 gets the pistol.
That guy should have
Zeppa.
aced.
Long locks coming up with a 4K. What a round.
Should've been
The
an
wall
ace.
almost playing against MIBR.
Right, yeah,
stole that man's kill.
Up mid, Zeppa able to hide right behind it and continuously find the backs of MIBR. What a
You-
call by
you know you
C9,
don't.
closely
You
stacking
foreign
A,
at them.
not even wanting to play the retake.
Intimidate
They
them.
were up in
With
the
that
face
ball.
of
They did
MIBR,
clear
so
the
we already
smoke.
see that positional, the defense positioning rather.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
that
no,
should have been an
bro.
ace, bro.
And don't be scared of his own.
As we now get into round 2, we'll see how MIBR adjusts.
Some
C9
slow
does have a
gameplay.
few buys across
Maybe
the
go
board,
a little
nothing
faster.
too extreme. Oxy with a Guardian.
And the flash already gets early info.
Yeah,
So Cloudburst gets popped up, and as soon as it comes down to at least it's a 1 for
The
1.
top
The
just
dog
doesn't
comes out
clear
from the
you.
portal, and C9 swarms in within the showers and just drop the 2 players trying to address from MIBR.
shoot.
At least RGL and the rest of MIBR sees that
Use
pressure.
your
They
wall
want to
to
move
jump
back
out.
towards the short, and they even things up on a 3-3.
Oh.
Fighting towards the back of the site.
Freaking
Yeah, Oxy
What?
just got the
Am I
call
looking-
that it might be coming
Yo,
towards him.
I have to
He
get out
pulls
of this
back.
site.
No, you
Now
throw
here
your
with that
wall
spike play, was
forward.
able to take
They
the
can't
ball.
see.
They
What
were
is that
ready
teleport?
for that to come across.
Ready to push towards the
Wait, they're
spawn.
gonna get
But the numbers are
eco'd.
still dwindling down right now for MIBR, and this
That's
eco at least
sad.
have upgraded to an
No
Guardian
Wait, can they-
way.
and a Bulldog
Can they
with a
not
spike
shoot
down
from
for
above?
them. There's
No,
the first
it's
orb being
indestructible.
thrown down by Whippy. The tap
Oh, I
on
thought
the
it was
spike.
the hard
RGL
one.
has to peek
No,
for
that's
some
why I
info
kept seeing
spots.
throw.
The Dome of Vanity, as
No,
that
that
allows
was
FRZ to push
way.
forward towards pipes and give the advantage here for MIBR to potentially get this thrifty. Whippy, the spike is not even at halfway.
I mean, like, they can
This
walk
is
through it. It's not
Get
Great
going,
discipline
gang.
by MIBR to just
kinda
hold
like
it
the
down.
Fortnite,
It
the
does
Harbor
get the
Inn.
first pick out the FRZ, but that clock is running down. Too little,
That's
too
time.
late.
But
MIBR
Andy
will
doesn't
be able
bring
to
it.
walk
Goodness,
back
they
and
all,
they tie up
they
the
all
game.
through.
The second round, taking that away from Cloud9. I think MIBR also identified how far forward
Dang.
C9 wants to play in that situation. You put down the right smokes,
Oh
Alright.
my
in an
god,
aggressive
we're
rushing
actually-
MIBR
I'm not watching this gameplay
gets to
anymore.
find the
So I
trades
cranked some,
that they
You
want.
have to
They're
feed
refragging. They
them.
got the one in shower. They were
I'm
able to
gonna
find the
crank
same
some
thing
90s
short.
on the
No.
And just power in
90s.
numbers at this
Not as a
point.
coup.
Flowing all the way through
Cranking some
U-Haul
180s.
and then back through spawn and into the site for their own retake, honestly, to stop Whippy from that
Sorry,
plan.
sorry.
What an aggressive round from MIB.
If I was that guy, I would not be
Switch on
taking that.
C9 and now guns to dictate
Eh,
the game.
not paying
They're like an
attention,
A so
so.
far. So
legitimately top frag, that would have remembered that.
Slow movement just to turn the push in.
Hopefully I don't have to freeze again.
Nice chip damage out. And I think C9 have read on this even though they're not pushed up at A.
Especially with that decoy, that's going to give enough. Now that allows the wall to come up, everybody's going to decay, try to run through. Easy kills right now as the flash comes towards the front from Moxie as well. A couple of trades. Azine's going to be the last player standing. Just trying to watch all of his angles, trying to see if C9's going to push aggressively, but now it's time for C9 to show that discipline. Playing power of numbers, holding back towards the spawn.
30 seconds left.
And they just want to wait and see if the TP is going to happen or if a tap's going to happen within this B site.
Yo, who's trying to carry me to diamond?
In Fortnite, I got you. I know you need the help to get there in Fortnite.
Slow movement from Mazin. I think a touch plant, try to figure out where everybody is, and then go next round as C9 comes flying
I'm
out
about to go
over
play
carry. You may actually
something.
get the plant
Put
down.
out for me.
Now with no flashes, though, it comes down to it. Yeah, it's good enough.
Jake.
Hit by the snake bite, easy kill for Jake.
Yep. Rotations from Cloud9 are already on point. They continue to get a bit of early info.
Yeah,
I
I got
think
you.
vanity of all
I know.
people, we're seeing them kind of be very patient.
No, I
be
can. Just, you know,
love-
different games. I know, bruh. Yeah?
Weren't you
Gonna battle
complaining
me?
that you were
Bro,
silver
electric
the other
dragon?
day?
Huh?
Bro, now I'm almost crystal.
Oh, okay. Sure.
What do you mean?
Why are you even trophy pushing?
Oh, no, I just like being high trophies.
Gotcha.
Well, it's
I
not
do
like
the-
I'm trophy pushing.
I do the opposite. What's the opposite of trophy pushing? Smurfing? I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, because you only face the same town halls.
Trophies.
I drop trophies.